quickly call on Ernest Muwamba, who is the team lead at Green Tech for Circular Economy Fund at Self-Help Africa. And he will take us through the fund and how it is fostering sustainable and inclusive economic growth in Zambia.
Good afternoon. All right. It's not necessarily the fund, but rather a project. So the project itself is green enterprises engaging in new technology for a circular economy in Zambia. So it's a Green Tech for CE project. The project itself is managed by Self-Help Africa in partnership with Tandem Secular, Imani Development, and Prospero. So each one of these partners plays a particular role. However, in terms of the fund itself, the fund is managed by Self-Help Africa. So the project itself is funded by the European Union through the Global Gateway. Okay, that is total budget is 22.7 million. Essentially is to move or transition enterprises, which could be startups, micro, small, and medium enterprises that are actually owned largely by women and youth through the green, circular, or digital economy, and also inclusive of critical minerals area. Okay. In terms of the target, over the life of a project, we are supposed to support at least 5,500 startups and micro, small, and medium enterprises, enhance market access to another 330, also provide grants and technical assistance to business development service providers and financial service providers, and also support the same MSMEs and startups with technical assistance and also grants. Then we over the life of the project, we should be able to create at least an additional 2,000 jobs. I think I heard a lot that was being spoken about here by Yaka, that they can create jobs. So I guess we're in the right place. And then still maintain an existing number of jobs that are existing within there. You know what happens when you also apply technology to processes? You also decrease employment. But we'll try and do as much as possible to limit that risk. In terms of inclusivity, we are targeting 50% women, and 75% of the beneficiaries should actually be youth. I'll leave the rest of the math for you to decide whether you're part of the target group. Okay. Then through smart partnerships with financial institutions, we are also supposed to catalyze an additional 20 million euros in terms of additional investment. Okay. This is where probably if you're applying for a grant and the grant requires a match contribution, you go and actually get a loan, we need to account for that. Or if we get financial institutions and support them for them to really transition financial products to actually target green, circular, and digital economy, then we can also account for all of that investment as well. So just rush through. I will not go through that because I've been told we have run out of time. So the theory of a change here for the project is to really look at the ecosystem that supports a startup, micro, small, medium enterprise. We all know what happens every time you discuss the subject of startups or micro, small, and medium. You always start with lack of market, lack of access to capital. So everything is lack of. So what the project has been, the way the project has been designed is to see how we can actually do a wraparound, okay? Provide you support in terms of investment capital through grants, which are matching grants, and also provide technical assistance in terms of helping you really actualize if you are failing to really transition, or the secular model that you're looking for is not exactly what you're looking at. This is why we have the likes of Tandem to actually assist us in terms of helping those enterprises that we work through, so that they can help you actually find the particular circular model that actually fits what you need to do, and so long as there's a market to support that. Then we are also working with the TVET institutions to see whether we can actually put up curriculum that actually supports the circular economy. You will agree that we are in terms of the ecosystem in Zambia, we do not have much around the circular economy. There's some efforts that when we're doing this, the scoping study, we did find that there were some efforts at UNZA, also some efforts at CBU. But now I think that things are picking up a bit more around this concept. So we'll also see how we can support the development of curriculum in that area. But then to also support startups, the tech-oriented people like Yaka here, we will support the development of fabrication laboratories where you can actually go and actually ideate, innovate, and create your prototypes. Let's just go through a few slides. All right, so I think this discussed that. Let's just move on. So in terms of technical assistance and grants, we are targeting startups and micro enterprises, and also small and medium enterprises, okay, including joint ventures with European Union partners. So if you have a business that is partnered with an EU company, you can also participate in this. So for startups and micro enterprises, we're looking at 550 startups. Here, we're really looking to develop your entrepreneurship skills, management skills, digital literacy, also support you with market development, including feasibility studies. And also, we have within there, especially for startups, we have business growth and innovation prizes. These will only be provided through accelerators or incubators. So if you see a business development service provider that would have engaged, which we will be doing hopefully by end of June, we will start now requesting for applications for startups to actually join these ecosystems in order for you to be curated within there. And then you may stand a possibility of accessing grants. So the ticket sizes that we're looking at, it's anywhere from 2,000 to 25,000 euros. All right. So there's hope for you. Then we're also offering within there some small grants. Okay, there are some small grants that have been put together for you for those small grants, which are anywhere from what we are looking at is anywhere from 25,000 euros or 25,000 plus one to 100,000. These are small grants in terms of the match contribution. We are still at 50-50 for now, but once we get authorization, we will get the communication to all of you in terms of what it will look like. We're looking at a lower match contribution as opposed to what is being offered to the larger companies. So for small and medium grants, we've already gone through two cores. That's core 1 and 2. Core 1, we had quite a low turnout in terms of number of companies that we have. We have currently only 5 that we're actually moving forward to final decision making to see whether we can actually provide these grants. And these grants are anywhere from 100,000 to $1 million. Now, that is normally for a Zambian-owned firm, you can only go up to 500,000 euros. If you have a partnership with a European partner, we can go to $1 million, meaning that if your project is 2 million euros, you can actually come to us seeking the additional million. Okay, so a Zambian-owned firm, the limit is up to 500,000. So your project value probably is 500,000, and you're or maybe $1 million, and you're looking for 500. So if you're applying for 500 from us, you must match it with another 500 from your end. Either you're going to sweat it from your your assets, or you raise it from the market or from investors, or get a loan from a bank to actually cover that. Okay. So with the second core, we are now doing the second evaluation of concept notes, and this time around we have a higher figure. I think we should be going for decision on them to proceed to business plan for something like 22 businesses by the end of the month. So we're quite healthy there. It's possible that there may be some funds left over because the budget for the medium-sized grants is roughly about 8.5 million. Should there be any funds that are left over, we'll seek authority to probably issue another call for medium-sized grants. But that is information we can provide later. Okay. So for small grants, the budget is 2.6 million. Here we're looking at ticket sizes anywhere between 25 and 100,000. And we're looking to launch end of June. Okay. Then we'll also be putting out a call within the same month of June for business development service providers, where we'll provide technical support as well and grants for them to be able to run incubation or accelerators and to also strengthen their structures and services. We do understand that this whole area around green, circular, and digital economy is quite new. So we understand that you've been used to actually providing vanilla products to everyone. So there's need for also the business development service provider to be capacitated for them to really understand the business models that actually fall within digital, circular, or green. So that as you provide the services to the SMEs that may be onboarded onto your platform, you're also quite clear in terms of how you're going to provide those services. However, we do also understand, by and large, that most business development service providers that normally do this type of work are Lusaka-based. So these funds are being provided to enable the business development service providers to actually extend their territory beyond just Lusaka, probably go to Copperbelt and Northwestern, following the value chain that the project is based on. The project really is following Lusaka, Copperbelt, and Northwestern. So we're looking in that area. There will be the funds themselves will be provided on a match basis, meaning that you can either find funds within your own enterprise, or you can look for others to actually join you to actually match what we're providing. It differs core by core, and I think the guidelines once we publish them will be very clear there. In terms of the value that is there, we have roughly about 1.56 million euro that is available, and we're looking to onboard between 8 to 15 business development service providers. Okay, and this core as well will be coming out pretty soon. Then we're also looking to at least support 2 to 3 financial service providers, really for them to help develop new financial products that actually support the green, circular, and digital economy. Okay, also for them to pilot the same products, and to also find a way of helping, using this as a platform for us to actually mobilize an additional 20 million euros in investment. Then this is what the Fab Lab would look like. So this is where you go to actually go and move the ideas from your head into actual prototypes. All right. So we're in the process now working with Tandem, moving quite fast to onboard the Fab Foundation and also select probable hosts. So we'll be setting up 2, one in Lusaka and one on the Copperbelt. So if there's an institution that you're aware of that could be a good host, this would be nice to hear from you. So the whole idea is to get an organization that would be really looking to use a lab not just as a Fab Lab, but also to extend it to other things. So if it's a technical college, they could also use it as part of a place where students can actually go and learn from there. But there are some key issues. One, it must be accessible and easy to reach. There's no point of building a Fab Lab that is too far, and then you don't have anybody who's capable of getting there. All right? And then it should be adapted to computer-controlled equipment, that is air handling and power supply. Big enough to welcome at least 20 groups, because there may be schools, even primary schools, secondary schools, that may want to come and learn from there. So you must be able to host a pretty large groups. So this is what we have. So in terms of a timeline, as I said, contracting medium enterprises, launching of business development service core, launch of financial service providers core, launch of small-scale business grants and also prizes, and then commence recruitment of Fab Lab host institution, and then identify innovation programs to support with innovation prizes. We also have some innovation prizes that actually go to financial institutions. So in a nutshell, this is the project in proper. So sorry I had to rush through, but I was given little time. Thank you.